very much. Wow, this is a wonderful room. I'm not used to this kind of ambience. This is terrific. And so, thanks for the introduction, Ken, and I appreciate it. And I'm happy to be here. And I'll tell you a little bit about me, a little bit about my company, and then how I tie that into Marillac St business. First, I need to introduce my wife of 52 years, Pat. She's sitting right there. And then with her is my girlfriend of 35 years. The reason I'm up here, Dorothy Giganti. Dorothy, just put your hand up. And Dorothy started to volunteer at St. Vincent's 20 years ago, Dorothy? Something like that. Yeah, and then you didn't tell me at the time, but I sort of volunteered too at the same time. And so I've been involved for all that period of time, so I got well acquainted with people. And I love the cause, it's a great cause. And I appreciate all the time spent with Dorothy and her husband Jack. And it's been a fun 20 years, that's for sure. So I was born and raised in Chicago, and went to Chicago Public Schools. The neighborhood was Humboldt Park. For those of you who are old enough, our parish was Our Lady of Angels, where the fire took place in 1958, and we lost 97 kids in school. So those of you who remember, that's where we went to church on Sunday, made communion, confirmation, and that was the neighborhood. It's not, it's not exciting to be known for that, but at least that identifies where we went up, where we grew up. I did a stint in the Navy and came out on the GI Bill and went to University of Illinois, which I had started to after high school, but didn't do so well. But they let me back in because I was at that, and I finished in a short period of time. And in those years, we were, if you can imagine, well, we had the GI Bill, the tuition wasn't anything, but the tuition for all of you parents out there who are paying college tuition at the University of Illinois in 1957 was for state residents $100 a year. So that gives you an idea how far back it went. But I did get through. I sailed through and I graduated in 1960. And then I was driven by fear of failure, and fear of making a living, because times were interesting then. I mean, we got out and we had to go to work. We had to get going quicker. And so I did. I found my way into medical sales in 1961. And that was really my start of my career, because it was an arena and an environment that I loved. I love the clinical environment. I know we must have nurses out in the audience now, because there are a lot of them around. And it just was one of those things that I could relax in, and I was good at it. And I was good at sales. That was sort of what I did. That's been my claim to fame. And so after 10 years of that, we started Sage Products in 1971. So this is our 45th year. We're still here. We're doing well. We started from scratch. We had one product. I'll tell you what it is. I know you're all eating, so I'll tell you anyway. It was a urine collector for microbiological analysis. So you get an idea of how high-tech it was. But it was a great product. We thought it was terrific. You know what? The nurses did too. And so we got it off the ground. It was not easy, but we got it off the ground. You talk about 3 yards in a cloud of dust. That's what was going on. Starting in American businesses is in the DNA of this country. It's a country of individuals. We pride ourselves on on our ability to earn a living. There's millions and millions of businesses in this country. They don't all make it, but and a lot of them do real well, and a lot of them make a good living. When you think about all the carpenters and painters and tradesmen and cleaners, and everywhere you look, there's individual American businesses. And to start them, you don't need any political pull. No, you can get started. Now, staying in it, that's another thing. But you can't start it. And just think about this for a minute. And I'm not, Pat, you don't have to leave the room. I'm not going to get real political. I drive her crazy sometimes when the audience is my own company. And I can get political, but I'm not. But just think about this for a minute. Without private enterprise and the taxes they collect, there is no government. This country does not own oil wells. They don't own diamond mines, silver mines. They don't own anything. The only way they can get money to redistribute is from people who pay taxes. So that's what private enterprise does. It has a very, very important function in this country. And then I'll say this, free enterprise has helped a whole lot of people out of poverty and to stay out of poverty. Probably more people than government ever has. Now that's not up for debate because I got the mic. Just to give you an idea of the generosity of the American people, 2013, 2 years ago, think about how much money was donated to charity. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's $358 billion. Now, I'll guarantee you most of that was from high wage earners. Had to be. You can't collect it in like the collection basket on Sundays with dollars and fives. There has to be big donors. That's like $1,000 for every man, woman, and child in the country. No country on earth gives back like the American. Where is Sage Products today after 45 years? Well, we're an innovator. We develop, we manufacture, and we sell all of our products to hospitals around the country, Canada, and some international. We make everything here in the United States. We believe in that. We've automated and automated and automated. And now we have a lot of jobs that are more technical. We still have plenty of assembly jobs, but we have them that are more technical. And we pay very well. We're up over about 800 people now. We've got a 600,000 square foot building in Cary, which is 50 miles northwest of here, and it's on the Metro line. And so Jack comes out often on the train, and we pick him up at the train station. When we went out there 35 years ago, it was a nice little sort of rural community, and it's pretty big now. And we get a great labor force out there, and we've done terrific. We did a recent survey, engagement survey at Sage, employee opinion, and there were 300 companies that took this particular survey. These are done anonymously. People working for the company can either email in or check boxes on how they feel about the company. And out of 300 companies, we were in the top 1% of all the companies. 81% of the people were engaged in their jobs. Now we have 3 shifts. We've got people on second and third that we don't even see. We do our best because we do our best to keep things personal, but we don't see them routinely. And they still felt like they were engaged in their jobs. We had a turnover last year was 4%. Not bad. Not bad. So probably prouder of that than of anything else that we've done. And yes, we do make money, and no, profit is not a four-letter word, because we pay taxes on every single dollar that we make. And I just went over that. Why do I give to Marillac? This is personal. I feel a strong sense of responsibility to give back to people less fortunate. I love the children's causes. I know Marillac doesn't work, but I really like the children's causes. And a chance to help break the poverty cycle. Marillac State Care Program allows parents to work and their kids have a safe place to go. Marillac not only takes care of the kids, but teaches, and with education, teach core values. Most important. I'll come back to that in a minute. Pat and I got a chance to visit the Family Youth Center. My son was with us on Jackson Boulevard. Brand new. The Foglia name is on the outside, and that's a result of the chief fundraiser, Dorothy, coming to me, and I was her chief funder. And that was fine, Dorothy, because I love the name on the outside, and I love the center. We had the best time. The best time. There's a gym, there's classrooms. We got to meet the people who took care of it, the teachers, and we got to see about 200 kids at play in the gym. And it was chaos, controlled mayhem. They were jumping rope, they were running around, and the little guy had a ball, he was bouncing around, and he insisted, and I was in my wheelchair playing catch with him. And so I did. He and I were throwing the ball back and forth. And then he wanted me to shoot a basket. Well, how am I to shoot a basket? I said, in my wheelchair. So I wasn't able to do that. And then there was a little girl, and she was the cutest thing, decided that she wanted to sort of hook up next to me, my wheelchair. And she wrapped her arm around the arm of the wheelchair, and she stayed with me. And we wound up with a picture of that. And she got right into my heart. I loved it. Then we had lunch with the kids, and a place like this, they were able to say a prayer before lunch. And you can't believe how controlled the kids were at lunch. They sat in little circles around, and they were well behaved. They were well dressed, by the way. So you know people who let them out of the house cared about them. We wanted to make sure they looked good, and boy, they did. To a person, they looked good. They were well dressed, well behaved, well groomed. They looked great. And so they teach values along with education. Values like honesty, respect, responsibility, and caring about others. One of the more important values. That's the start these kids need. And the time to teach them is then, at an early age. This is character development. And at Sage, we hire for character. We hire for character. We do our best to find people who have had this kind of upbringing. That's not easy to do, because you can't ask a lot of questions. I had a good friend say to me, he's hired a lot of people, he said, you know, if I could only interview the parents, I could tell you which people I hired. I said, I think you crossed the line with that one. But I know what he was talking about. Because those are things we can't teach. We can't teach. We hire people for things we can't teach. Because most of all we can teach. And when people don't make it, job failure is more. I think there was many surveys done where 80 to 90% of job failure is due to personnel. And when you think about, this to me is an oxymoron. A person who does a great job, but nobody likes them. How could they be doing a great job if nobody likes them? How are they going to fit into the company? The only time that works is if you're on a farm by yourself. But if you've got people around you that you have to work with, you have to get along. You have to like, people have to like each other to really do a good job. And we strive for that, and you do a good job. It's not perfect. Not, when it comes to people, nothing. But we do probably as good as anybody does. We've got a great track record. What we believe leads to success at the company. First of all, we know people really want to work. They're given a choice. They'll take a job when they're sitting around and collecting anything. They want to work, they want to be part of something. That's the premise we go on. People are more motivated by purpose. You give them attainable goals, they'll reach them. Far more important than money. We put up on the bulletin board 20 cases of product X out the door, second shift. And what do you think happens? Everybody wants to do 22 and then 24 because they want to be recognized. And we understand that. Recognition is a basic human need, not a nice to have. And so we look for reasons to recognize people all the time. We just had a lunch with the product development department where they gave awards out for patents that were issued last year. There were quite a few of them. A lot of us were there. We recognized the people who got their patents, and it's very motivational. We'll have lunch in the warehouse, pizza lunch for a record month of shipping boxes out the door for all the warehouse people. Recognize them. Recognize everybody for no lost work days, accident work days. So we have free lunch for that. We get everybody together. We celebrate that. And we always look for reasons to recognize and to celebrate. We like our leaders to, number one, care about people. And General Patton, the Second World War, was had the reputation of being a lousy bastard. But if you ask the people that fought with him, they said to a man, "We know he cared about us." Now, how did that happen? I don't know the details. But somehow, they believed he cared about them. So that's the more important thing. Do the people believe you care about them? That's the acid test. Sometimes it's hard to determine. But if you mean it, they usually get it. We ask our leaders to influence and inspire. Not to dictate. We want people to do their jobs. We like to let them do their jobs. We expect our leaders to lead by example. All right, enough about Sage. I could talk all afternoon about it. I'm not going to do that because I haven't eaten yet. You guys have. So I'm going to get off the stage pretty soon. There's no question about the importance of early education and character development. The teachers at Marillac care about the kids. Very important. And we need to help give these kids a chance to succeed. And we're asking you to help with an investment in the future. They deserve it. So I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to get off this bar stool. I've been extremely fortunate in life. I have a wonderful family, and I have achieved much success in business. This life has given me far more than I ever dreamed. And with it comes a great sense of responsibility to others. Giving is the best way to truly show the world you care. It links you, the giver, with people from all walks of life. It provides the opportunity to meet and work with many passionate and good people who want to help others, but most importantly, it connects you with the people who need help right here, right now. And here's a quote from Leo Biscaglia. He is not the guy who owned a pizza joint on Western Avenue. Leo Biscaglia was a philosopher and a professor, and he taught love. No, not what you're thinking about. He taught love, real love, relationships at USC. And he's written a lot of books. He's gone now, but he was the son of an Italian immigrant. He was quite a learned man. This is one of his quotes. It's not enough to have lived. We should be determined to live for something. May I suggest that it be creating joy for others, sharing what we have, the betterment of personkind, bringing hope to the lost, and love to all. And with that, I'm going to go get my lunch. Thank you very much. Get your check.